Thank you, Sharon, for that wonderful introduction. My heart is so full in the company I keep tonight. To my fellow honoree, Congressman John Lewis, I am humbled to be alongside you. I speak for everyone tonight in this room when I say we are in awe of the towering contributions you've made to our country. To my dear friends at Liberty Hill, I am energized by your dedication to creating a just Los Angeles. Your commitment to equity, to empowerment, to advancing the cause of social justice resonates deeply. You are the embodiment of courage. You are on the front lines fighting for change. You remind us that justice doesn't just happen in some faraway place. Justice begins at home. It happens when we extend a home to an Angelino who used to live on the street. It happens when we pick up the cause of ending youth incarceration as we know it. It happens when we bring people together through the power of free live music. And when we do that, we take on the hope gap and we make it a little bit smaller. Because for far too many in our city, in our country, the gap between what is immediately in front of us and our ability to dream is far too wide. It is. At Levitt Foundation, we use the universal language of music to help close that gap by empowering possibility, strengthening communities, and creating joy. We lie at the intersection of social impact and the arts, and I am unbelievably grateful to Liberty Hill for recognizing that social justice is at the heart of our work. Would you please, thank you. If you would you give me a show of hands? How many people in this room have found hope through music? Wow. Music is an amazing vehicle for healing, for togetherness, for change. And music stretches across every line of race, class, and religion. And that's what we're about at Levitt, connecting people of all ages and backgrounds through the joy of free live music, strengthening the social fabric of our communities. When I introduce people to the Levitt mission of transforming underutilized public spaces, the moment I mention that there's free music, people's faces light up. It happens every time. Music has always been the through line of my life, beginning as a young girl growing up when music was a safe place for me. It enabled me to dream, to have hope, to let my imagination run wild, and it continues to be my through line today. My father was the son of struggling immigrants. As a young boy, he'd accompany my grandfather to Luna Park on Coney Island, where my grandfather worked as a street vendor. There, my father was dazzled by the attractions, but he was unable to afford admission to the ticketed shows. Although my father had to drop out of high school to support his family, he went on to become a successful entrepreneur, and later in his life, made philanthropy a focus of his life. Those early memories of exclusion stayed with him and were at the heart of his commitment to make all shows at Levitt free. My mother, Mimi, is the essence of grace, a remarkably thoughtful, intelligent woman who made hands-on philanthropy a focus of her life, channeling her energy into ensuring the dignity of others. 20 years ago, Thank you for that. 20 years ago, my parents asked me to lead the charge of making Levitt a national program, to scale up from one music venue, the original Levitt Pavilion in Westport, Connecticut, to a national network of Levitt venues presenting free outdoor concerts. At first, I was overwhelmed. My father was a tough man, so while I was grateful for his confidence in me, I knew I had a steep learning curve, a high standard to fulfill. Fortunately, I have always loved and believed in the power of music, and my passion propelled me forward. I stand before you as someone who was given an opportunity to make a difference, and I seized it. I am tremendously honored to be receiving the Founders Award from Liberty Hill and accept this award on behalf of my family, the National Levitt Foundation team, and the local Levitt nonprofit organizations and communities across the country, change makers using the power of the arts to revitalize challenged public spaces. At Levitt, we believe public spaces are key to healthy, sustainable, and equitable communities. Thriving public spaces are an equalizer. They lie at the heart of our democracy. At their best, public spaces are where communities come together, places for civic engagement and social connection, where neighbors meet, strangers interact, and people feel a sense of belonging. It is through this lens that Levitt Foundation approaches our work in communities. Like Liberty Hill, Levitt empowers people to be change makers, creative placemakers. We convene our partners and grantees from around the country to learn and engage with each other. We equip them with tools and resources to be drivers of community change. Once crime-ridden parks, vacant lots, and toxic brownfields are now Levitt concert sites where families spend quality time together, where seniors connect with their community, where neighbors gather, where children run freely and discover the joys of live performance, including right here in our own backyard. Levitt Pavilion Los Angeles in MacArthur Park is an inspiring example of the Thank you. Levitt Los Angeles is an inspiring example of the transformative power of free live music to fuel possibility and create hope. Located in one of our city's most densely populated and underserved neighborhoods, for years, the MacArthur Park bandshell stood dilapidated and covered in graffiti. The park was crime-ridden, and families stayed away. Today, Levitt LA is recognized as a catalyst for the park's transformation. Today, MacArthur Park is a safe and welcoming backyard for children and families, bringing Angelinos together from all parts of our great city. This summer, come celebrate the cultural tapestry of Los Angeles through 50 free concerts under the stars. You can even bring your dog. Yay! home the flyers on your table to learn about Levitt Los Angeles. To my family and friends, thank you for supporting Liberty Hill and being here tonight. To my late husband, Howard, your loving creative spirit is always with me, especially tonight, standing in this beautiful ballroom that you designed. I am forever grateful for your unwavering love and support. You gave me a family to cherish, and I am so happy they are here tonight. I am as keenly aware of the blessings I've received in life as I am of the inequities in our world, in our country, in our city. I feel a deep need to give back, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to support the outstanding individuals who power Liberty Hill. I am honored to work alongside the amazing Levitt Foundation team, led by our visionary and steadfast executive director and my dear friend of more than a decade, Sharon Yazowski. Every day, I am in awe of the Levitt team's enormous talents, passionate commitment, and boundless creativity. I am so grateful to be on this journey with you. Tonight, we call upon our better angels and affirm our commitment to the greater good of all Angelenos. We unite in our shared responsibility to give back, to close the hope gap, to sing out. Justice begins at home. If indeed a life is made by what we give, may all our cups runneth over. Thank you, Liberty Hill. Thank you all.